Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you real quick about your genetics. The reason being is because I know a lot of guys when they're first starting out in the gym on their fitness journey, you always kind of use your genetics as a bit of an excuse as to why you're not seeing results quick enough. And today I was in the gym, I met up with an old gym bro of mine. I haven't seen him in like 2 months now. As soon as he saw me, he was like, bro, you're looking insane because of, like the cut. I mean, you boys can see like I'm just getting more defined. We're looking good. But anyway, he comes up, we compliment this and that, start having a chat, and I'm like, bro, when you first started out, did you ever have this thing in your head where it's like, oh, maybe I can't build the aesthetic body because I don't have good genetics? He was like, nah, I never had that kind of mentality. I came in the gym, and I just had no excuses. I didn't even think about my genetics. That wasn't even in the back of my mind. That wasn't on my mind at all. And that actually quite surprised me, And I think that's the mentality that basically everyone should have, which is if you go into the gym, like, don't even think about using your genetics as an excuse. Don't even think about it at all. You know what I mean, right? Like, it shouldn't be something that bothers you whatsoever, because at the end of the day, it's something you can't change, right? So that quite surprised me from him. I was really like, I told him like, bro, I'm really proud of you for like having that mentality and everything. That's really good, and it's gonna see you, go far in your own journey. And it did shock me a bit because, like, for me early on in my journey, I always used I need to get better at talking to the camera. I always use my genetics as an excuse. Like, if I didn't see, enough fat lost in a week, I'd be like, oh, you know what? I've got a slow metabolism. If I didn't notice, if I didn't add like 10 kilos onto the bar the next week and the following week, I'd be like, oh, I don't have the, good genetics for muscle building, this and that. But at the end of the day, I think you've got two options. First one, you can be like the guy that I met in the gym today, and just say, screw it entirely, don't even think about it. Or the second one, which is, kind of the mentality I've got, is that whatever genetics you have, whether they're good or they're bad, if you train, eat, sleep, repeat for years in, years out, bro, day in, day out for years, I guarantee you're not going to look the same, are you? Like, I always thought I had a slow metabolism prior to this cut. Then we actually start eating clean food. Then we actually get onto a proper deficit. And now it's like, bro, where's this fat like getting lost from? It's at hyper speed, Now I'm starting to realize, okay, I've actually got a pretty fast metabolism. When I hit that first bulk next year, you're gonna see me put on muscle at a pretty fast rate. That's probably a whole video like entirely of why that's gonna happen. It's not steroids, boys. Don't do steroids, but there's a very good reason for that. And yet I always thought, I had bad muscle building genetics. So that's a little bit of a lesson there, which is don't use genetics as an excuse, which is like kind of like option one. It's the option, no, in fact, whatever your mentality is, don't use genetics as an excuse. And the second one is, you would be surprised at how good your genetics actually are when you eat clean and you just train right. I thought I had a slow metabolism prior to this cut. Now I'm finding out I actually have a pretty fast metabolism. I always thought, I couldn't build muscle at a reasonable rate. First bulk, we're gonna completely throw that myth, down the garbage disposal, flame it, torch it. But yeah, don't use genetics as an excuse, because at the end of the day, you're just going to be shooting yourself in the foot. That's not what you want to do. You want to get super jacked. Not like me, not yet. But yeah, don't use genetics as an excuse. That's it, boys.